Welcome back to Walker Park for the AFL Vic Metro Junior Development Series, and it is the Division 1 under-15 girls between the Eastern Football Netball League and the Northern Football Netball League. And a massive game about to take place. Just joined us, the under-15 girls Division 2 side for the AFNL. Big winners, 57-point winners over Frankston. And now a very interesting game out here at Walker Park. I'm Ryan Long. And we are almost set to go, and joined by Oscar this afternoon, and a good chance to again see obviously the strength of the under-15 girls program and the Division 1 side in action.
Yeah, we saw an awesome win, as you said before, from the Division 2 girls. It'll be great to see how the Division 1 girls will go here as we're underway at Walker Park. And ball rolling now. Northern able to go inside 50. Mark taken here. Kick comes wide. Another mark here. Through the middle of the ground. Ball off hands. Dispossessed of the footy. Umpire calls holding the ball, so free kick will go the way of Eastern as they send this ball towards the broadcast wing. Couldn't quite get a hold of it. Kick comes inside, forward 45. Wheels around. Kicks it inside, can't quite get a mark. Good handball, breaking away from the tackle. Shows the candy, has a shot on goal. And just a minor score there on that occasion.
Yeah, almost would have been the goal of the day. That does move them to one behind those. The scoreboard updates out here at Walker Park, and Northern will take the kick in and go towards the far side. Here's Davies. Zoe Davies for Northern trying to clear it out. The intercept mark taken for Eastern. A high kick up and under. And it's Denny for Northern, and they play on straight away now. Down the corridor, Capola. Easton will cut this one off. The handball there from Buchanan. Turned over, and now Northern go forward themselves towards the half-forward line, punch towards the boundary side. Able to be kept in, keeping it alive, and now moving it forward through Robinson. Robinson towards the top of the square. Ball bounces over across the line, so Northern go end to end and move to one behind themselves with 18 minutes to play in this first term.
Bring the ball back into play here. Able to clear it now. Able to grab possession, trying to get the hands off, and in the end wrapped up. So the umpire will bowl the ball up and put it back into play here outside. And a free kick there going the way of Eastern. Kick comes to the wing. Gets off the handball. Chasing the footy now was Maher. Kick comes wide. Got to get the hands off. Couldn't quite take the mark there, Lynette. And now Eastern able to clear it back through the centre of the ground, and a good mark taken there. A really good mark there from Moroney. Sends it towards the wing. Rolling ball towards the boundary. Can they keep it in? They do. And all on their own to take the mark there. Decides to play on, gets the handball off to Armstrong. Towards the forward 45 arc for Eastern. Ball wrapped up, can they get it out? Takes a bounce, goes for a run, Kicks through the middle of the ground. Chasing the footy is Purcell. Can she get it out? Kick comes towards the wing. Easton able to get it back and send it inside the forward 45. Ball rolling towards the wing and goes out of play.
So a quick start to this game. Both sides having a bit of the footy and a few opportunities each, 1 point apiece. 15.5 minutes to go in the first term out here at Walker Park. Great crowd in for this contest. Here's Denny kicking it into space in towards their forward 50 for Northern. Cut off, well picked up that time from DeYoung. Takes a bounce, almost loses it, but gets it on the second. And now she's moving the ball down the line. Was looking for Gray. Doing very well. Maintained possession of the football and then was caught as she went to try and take a bounce. So Northern to take possession here in their half-back line on that far side, which the ball has spent majority of the first game out on. And certainly see how quick both sides want to move the ball. Caught and tackle there was Denny. We'll get a ball up far side. Thanks for joining us, of course, on YouTube, and we'll have some scores around the grounds, hopefully, on some of these other games across the series today. This is round 2 of the AFL Vic Metro Development Series. Round 3 on Monday. Handballing it to herself. There was DeYoung. And the inside 50 turned over. So, once again, Northern will give themselves every opportunity to get something going off the half-back line. Carbone finds a target. Use that far side each time they've tried to get out of their back half. Long down the line. Picked up by Denny again. Gets her handball way in time. Here's Brand. She's run down and it's holding the ball, and free kick Easton.
Pretty evenly matched so far in this first quarter. 13 minutes and 49 seconds to play. One behind apiece so far. Getting a kick away towards centre wing. Breaking through was Moroney. Ball comes towards the forward 45. Could be a chance here for Easton if they can get the ball forward. Chasing the ball was caught. And ball in the end goes out of play. So we'll have a boundary throw in here, just outside the EFNL's forward line here at Walker Park. Ball comes back into play. Moroney chasing the footy again, able to get the hands off. Now the kick coming away from Burgess into the centre of the ground. Wrapped up was Haggarty. Ball still in play. Moroney wrapped up. And we'll have a ball up in the centre of the ground. Back into play here. Rolling ball. Tried to get the kick away. Dispossessed of the footy. Moroney able to get the kick away. Rolling towards Galea. Close to the boundary line. Ball still stays in. Gets a good kick away. Does Lee. And now Northern able to send it inside their 45 now. Could be a chance on goal. Able to collect. Puts the ball on the boot. Rolling towards the goals. And tapped away in the end. And puts it out of play inside Northern's forward 45.
So approaching the halfway mark of this first term. 1 point apiece. Both sides have had a few forward 50 entries themselves and created some opportunities. Easton looking to clear this one out. Bouncing out the back. They've got a 2-on-1 here and are going to win out centre wing towards us on the broadcast side. Kick comes down. Doing very nicely there was Delton. Got the handball back. And now they move this forward. Mark not quite taken. Right in front of us. Keeping this in. Doing well there was Vaughan. Now inside 50. Ball comes away. Socket off the ground there from Werrikun towards the goal square. There she is again. Puts on the right boots and has the first. The AFNL moved to 117. Northern one behind. And just never gave up on that contest.
Yeah, good goal there. It's been reasonably even so far in this first term, so Eastern are able to score first. We'll be back underway with a centre bounce from the umpire, or ball up rather, as the ball comes to ground. Running through with the kick was Jurgis towards centre half forward. Kick comes inside forward 45. Drake was near the ball. She's tackled, and we'll have a ball up inside the forward 45 for Northern. Good chance for them possibly to score. Ball comes to ground, sells some candy, chucks it on the boot, goes out of bounds on the full. So it'll be Eastern to bring it back into play in their defensive 45 with 9 minutes and 34 seconds to play in the first quarter. 117 to Northern, just one behind so far. Ball brought back into play. Can't quite get a mark. Chance maybe to score here. Has a shot on goal. Rolls wide and will go out of bounds for a throw-in. So ball moving quickly now. Eastern able to get it towards the wing. And ball comes away in the pack. Rolling footy. Kick comes away along the ground. Out towards Denbraba. And free kick will go towards Leah Denbraba. She kicks and finds a target. So Eastern may be able to grab another goal here. Going inside their forward 45. Rolling ball. Chasing it was Shearer, but ball beats her to the boundary line.
Great to see Denbraba out there, of course. We watched her game live last week at the senior women's down at Norwood. So pretty impressive at her age to be playing some senior footy as well. Ball brought back into play. 6-point lead to Eastern in this first term. Now at the back, good pressure from Northern, who not able to cut it off. Werrikun, her kick was smothered. She's got the first on the board for the EFNL. Can't escape this pressure, and now a long kick into attack and a great mark standing in front was the skipper in Cameron Raby. They're a bit of an angle from here, but certainly kickable. And it's just to the right, so just a minor score. East now move to 1-8 to the Northern side, just the one behind.
Ball will be brought back into play by Davies. She goes for a run. Bangs it long outside the defensive 45. Eastern able to get it. Nice handball there from Rulak. And good tackle laid. Ball still in play, however. Who can grab possession of it? It looks like it's going to be stuck in there, so the umpire comes to ball it back up here. Ball back underway. Big tackle laid, and another ball up following the previous. Tap down to ground level. And they won't be able to get it out again. So a chain, once again, of stoppages here, with 6 minutes to play in the first term. Ball comes down. Maroney tried to get it off. And a big tackle again. And another stoppage once again. 1-2-8 Eastern to Northern, 1 behind so far in the first quarter. Northern able to get a big kick in towards the centre of the ground. Mark taken by Lee. Ball now with Robinson. Able to send it inside the forward 45, but Mark picked off, and Northern and Eastern can exit their defensive 45. They've got numbers around it. Big kick through the centre of the ground. And holding the ball cold. So free kick will go the way of Northern. Big kick sent long by Morgan towards the forward 45 as the ball is wrapped up, and we'll have a ball up from the umpire.
So approaching quarter time here, 7-point lead to the EFNL, 1-2-8 to 1 behind. Tap down again. First to get the hands onto the footy was Fairbairn. Moving it down the line towards us broadcast side, picked off there by Haggarty. Got the handball away, Capola. They try and link up now through Morgan. And in defence, able to cut that one off was Tilly Marsh. So we'll get a ball up about 60, 65 metres out from the Northern goals. And they'll go inside 50. That's well done there by Gurges. Towards the pocket. EFNL should get there first, and sock it off the ground. Was out of bounds on the full, so now gives Northern a bit of an opportunity. Be Amelia Drake to take this footy. Tough angle from here, so we'll see if she puts it up towards the square or has the shot. Drake, it's a high kick towards the goal square and has been marked on the line. And they look now towards us on the broadcast side, almost cut off. Doing well there. Got the handball off. And now they go towards us on the broadcast side, bouncing in front of Spencer. Mia Spencer doing well. Here's corridor action, and we'll get a ball up in the middle. We've got 3 minutes to play in this first term, 1-2-8 to 1 behind. EFNL leading.
Ball back into play. Gets the hands off. Wheels around, tripping over. And the kick. Finding a target. They're able to move the ball forward now, Northern. Picked up and wheeling around was Morgan, but in the end the ball comes out of bounds, so we will have yet another throw in here from the umpire. Just outside Northern's forward 45 here at Walker Park. Ball cleared for Eastern onto this wing. Getting a good run away. Left foot kick rolling towards the boundary. And we'll have another throw in here on the wing. Minute and 54 remaining in the first term. It's been reasonably even so far. Eastern are leading on the scoreboard, but it's been a good contest. Ball wrapped up, so we'll have another stoppage, as Johnson can't get the ball out on that occasion. Good tap there from Spencer. Rolling ball through the middle of the ground. Good tackle laid. And another ball up from the umpire inside the centre square, close to Easton's forward 45 now. Could they jag another one with just under a minute left to play? Tackle got away the handball. And a good tackle laid there on Yates, so we'll have another ball up here with 40 seconds left just outside the forward 45 for the AFNL. And free kick called by the umpire for high contact. So looking inside now with the kick from Shearer. Rolling ball. Northern looking to clear this now, but Easton able to send it back inside, and a good strong mark taken there. So with not long left on the clock, tries to set it up for a teammate, can't quite, and the siren beats them 1-2-8 to Northern, one behind here after one quarter.
And the only goal kicker in that quarter was Wirracoon for the EFNL. It is quarter time out here at Walker Park. We're going to take a quick break and then jump back into it for the second quarter action.
Welcome back to Walker Park for the second quarter. It is Eastern Football Netball League leading Northern Football Netball League at the moment, 1-2-8 to 1 behind, as the umpire will start us off for the second term. And we're back underway. Running through the centre of the ground. Kick inside the forward 45. Ball comes back out now. Getting around one. Got a good step and kicks it long towards the forward 45 for Northern. On this wing now, there will be a stoppage and a ball up. Trying to clear the ball out. Getting around it was Johnson. And will be another ball up here, just outside the forward arc. Rolling ball inside. Wrapped up again, and we'll have another ball up here.
So, of course, the Division 2 EFNL side early on this morning out at Walker Park won their game by 57 points over Frankston. And right now, the EFNL take on Northern 1-8 to 1 behind. Handballed over the top of her head there was Sky Morgan. Ball comes back to Moroney. She caught one high and she'll get herself a free kick here, centre of the ground. Has the short option to pass it off to the runner coming past. Her kick was smothered though. So it's a bit of work here for Easton to recover. There was Lynette in there doing nicely. Ball up back in the middle of the ground, right where we started. And we're at repeat stoppage. Thanks for joining us this morning on EFNL YouTube. Of course, we have the under 15 boys Division 1 side live streamed at this moment too, as Northern now look to go forward and try and get their first on the board. Carbone was run down. Kufa handball towards the boundary line. And over and out it goes. We get a boundary throw in right in front of us. Out the back was Gurges. Was looking to find Owen. Under a bit of pressure here, the back six for Easton, as we'll get another ball up. Northern's best opportunity for their first goal of the morning. Tap down there from Carl. And a push in the back free kick, so big opportunity. Called to play on though, so Sky Morgan swings around onto the right. Long kick towards goal, and it bounces through for just a minor score. So Northern moved to 2 behinds, trailing Eastern 1-8. We've played 4 minutes into this for a second quarter.
Moving the ball out of the defensive 45, but it's going to be turned back over. And they'll have a chance inside their forward 45, and they'll have a shot on goal. Directly in front, fair way out though. Sets it up towards the top of the square. Can't quite grab the mark, was Lyle Ward. And ball goes out of bounds, and we'll have a throw in here in the forward pocket. Rolling ball is wrapped up again, so we'll have another stoppage inside the forward 45. Big punch. Chance now. How about that? Great goal, Alana Purcell. Absolutely incredible running forward. And Northern able to jag their first of the match.
Yeah, that was a great finish, and all tied up now, 1-2-8 apiece, and it's been a very even contest in the first quarter and a bit. Both sides have, at their best, looked quite promising, so we're back in the middle again. See if East can get the quick response. 15 minutes to play in this second term. Tap down in favour of the EFNL. Conrads. They link this up. Szymanski towards the top of the square, out the back. An opportunity to run onto this one and soccer it through. Picked up, touched on the line, and just a minor score. So that's 1-3-9 EFNL, 1-2-8 Northern.
Be brought back into play by Zoe Davies. She plays on, kicks it outside of the defensive 45. Wheeling around was Galea. And now able to go to the wing now. Northern not able to quite get it. Got the quick kick away, did Lee. Near the boundary now. Coppola able to keep it in. And in the end, the umpire calls for a ball up here. Directly in front of us here on centre wing. 13 minutes and 52 to play in the second term. EFNL 1-3-9 to NFNL 1-2-8 in this second quarter. Ball's currently wrapped up on centre wing again. Able to get the tap down. Rolling ball, trying to clear at Easton now. We'll go forward rather. Can they get a mark inside? They don't. Rolling ball towards the boundary, able to keep it in. Good chain of handballs, snap around the corner. Was it touched? Oh. It is close, but it is a point.
So that moves the EFNL now out to 1-4-10, leading Northern 1-2-8. Clearing it out of the back half, finding Ashley Denny here for Northern. Down the line they go. Spun around in tackle, got the handball away. Back to Carbone. And now towards the centre half forward. Doing nicely, kept her feet, was Earsman. Back inside 50 for Northern. Putting the Eastern back six under the pump. Getting a hand to it, Elwood. Kicked away, but still in a dangerous spot here. Rulak got her hands to it. And we'll get a ball up inside 50 for Northern. So the handball backwards went to Purcell, and the mark was intercepted in defence for East, and they'll go towards us broadcast side. Got a hand to it, Coppola. And now they go down the line towards centre wing. Getting there first there was Carbone again. Wrapped up and over the line it goes. So we'll get a boundary throw in. Centre wing. So ball brought back into play. And it'll be another boundary throw in. We'll do it all again. 11 minutes to play in this second term. 1-4-10 EFNL, Northern 1-2-8. Of course, this is the under-15 girls Division 1 today. Division 2 girls just before this game, 57-point winners. This is his Gurgis down towards the corridor. picked up, and they use Mark. Stolen away that time. Doing well was Yates, backing towards the corridor. A few handball chains, and there was one too many caught, was Fairbairn. And this gives Northern themselves a bit of a chance, and it'll be Coppola.
So Coppola trying to find a target just outside the forward 45 for Northern. Ball in congestion at the moment. Maybe a chance. Easton seemed to have the numbers. Trying to get away was Marsh. In the end, wrapped up, and will have a ball up in a dangerous position. Taking it out of the ruck. So they're going to bring the ball back here. And a free kick is going to go the way of Easton here. In the centre of the ground now. Doing well so far is Moroney. And it'll be a free kick called. And it will go the way of Court. Looks wide. Can't quite grab a mark. Easton look to go forward now. Came off the side of the boot, rolling towards the boundary. And in the end, it will go out in the forward pocket.
So 8.5 minutes playing this second term. Northern have had the only goal in this quarter. But it is still Easton who lead by 2 points. Let the boundary throw in the Sam Wiedemann pocket of the ground. Tap down there from Raby, captain. Ball comes out. Rulark couldn't quite pick it up. The handball there from Denbraba. Got it off to a teammate. Couldn't quite control it. She does again. Good work in the pocket. Still in a good spot here for Easton. Picked up off the right boot. Towards the top of the square, was touched over the line. So Northern will move to 1-3-9. Sorry, Easton will move to 1-5-11. Northern stay at 1-2-8.
Ball brought back in now by Davies. With the long bomb outside the defensive 45. Tried to get the tackle there. Shearer. Breaks away, has a kick. And the mark taken to stop that shot on goal. So Carbone looking short, and it's intercepted. So Easton might have a good opportunity on goal here. Sukalas will line up. Slide angle. And sprays it off to the right and out of bounds on the full. So 6 minutes and 52 to play here in the second term. 1-5-11 Easton to Northern 1-2-8.
So still not out of trouble yet, Northern. Looking to clear this out. Coppola picked up nicely there. Gurges under pressure, handballed it back into a dangerous spot, but they're able to come out of this okay. Cal got the handball away and was caught high. So free kick at halfback. And look to switch it towards us on the broadcast side, just through the hands of Coenraads. Down the line it goes. Trapped it nicely, did Brand. Again, Easton still fighting through Marsh. Coppola been everywhere today. Going in first was Denbraba. Picked up cleanly, and we'll get a ball up centre wing. Less than 6 minutes playing this second term. 1-5-11 to 1-2-8. Been a great contest between these two sides. Neither side really able to break away from the other. The Eastern probably having more of the play in this quarter. But it's Northern with the only goal in the second term. Tap down straight into the hands of Gurges. Long kick towards their half-forward line. Great intercept mark by Isabel Lee, the vice-captain of the side. And will use her options on the far side, switching the play. Delton tapping it in front of herself towards the boundary line. They're able to keep this in, but Northern win out. The kick just falls into the hands of an Eastern defender who will now use to look the corridor. Bounce right into the hands of Den Bravo. It was a perfect bounce for her, and inside 50 they go. It was a 1-on-2 coming in late, doing nicely, got the handball away. It was cut off that time, and it was Robertson to look to escape. Finds Denny. Denny moves the ball down the line, and it's intercepted again, doing nicely.
Mark taken in defence. Goes to the wing. Ball in congestion once again here. Picked up Northern, trying to move it forward. Mark taken there. Moves it quick, gets around her opponent. Looks towards the forward 45. Getting a kick inside. Wrapped up was De Young. So the umpire will throw it up inside the forward arc. Rolling ball towards the boundary. Will beat everyone, so we'll have another throw in inside the forward 45. Close to goal for Northern here. 3 minutes and a half left to play here in the second term. 1-5-11 to 1-2-8. EFNL leading here. Possibly a chance to score, but a good defensive mark taken to stop Northern for now. Big kick back inside the forward 45 from Johnson. And the kick will go the way of Purcell. So Purcell. Fair way out. Strolls in. Comes to the top of the goal area, and a good strong mark taken here. Good kick, comes long. Trying to send it back inside. Forward 45, huge smother there. You could hear the echo of it around the ground here at Walker Park. Ball now on the wing. Trying to break through the tackle. Was caught. And in the end.
So yeah, but time will be stopped just for the moment. And put her body on the line too for that one. And you're right, it was very loud, so fingers crossed everything's okay. As we do approach half-time too, so at the moment, didn't quite see who that was either, so
yeah,
we'll follow on that.
Yeah, this injury could possibly see us out for the second quarter with 1:25 left.
On the game itself, though, both sides, I mean, we're going to a second half where really could go either way with the way the two teams have played in this opening half. Been quite even. Both sides have had their opportunities. And they start to make their way to the huddle. So with a minute left to play, I'd say just about that would be it for us here in this second term.
It's been quite evenly matched, though.
Yeah.
I mean, Eastern are leading on the scoreboard, but it's been a good contest so far. It's been quite fast-paced, exciting football. So
yeah, it has. Yeah, it was quite evident straight away from that first bounce that
100%.
the speed of the game.
Yeah.
It's good to see her back up on her feet. A good sign as she starts to make her way off the field. And 30 seconds left, so we won't see any more play in this second term. We'll head to a halftime break in just a moment.
Was a great effort though.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
a huge effort. Absolute body on the line stuff.
Particularly with Northern really pushing the last 3 to 4 minutes, looking to get one back.
Yeah.
And there is your siren. So it is halftime out here at Walker Park in the Under-15 Girls Division 1 series clash between EFNL and Northern. And at halftime, EFNL lead 1-5-11 to the Northern side, 1-8. We're going to take a quick break and then be back for the second half action.
Welcome back to Walker Park. Eastern leading at the moment, 1-5-11 to Northern 1-2-8 here. 2 quarters of footy still left to play here, and Ryan Long's off to call the Bowen and Noble Park game for the men's match of the round. So I'm now joined by Kate Green alongside me here.
Hi Oscar, how are you going?
Yeah, good, thank you.
It's been a good game so far and a very close game. Just for a bit of trivia, the umpires out in the field are actually a dad with his 2 daughters. That's Craig Turner with his daughters Chelsea and Megan. So very much a family affair today on the field.
100%.
And in the previous game, Div 2, we actually had a father-son game. Son umpiring team. We had Megan Clark, and we also had Daniel Sully and his son Cooper. So very much a family affair today.
It is a big family affair today. And we're not far away from the restart of this game.
It's been a good game so far.
It has. It's been close. Hopefully it stays that way. It's been a great contest. As we begin the second quarter, the second half rather, from Walker Park.
Okay.
And
umpires just consulting. Hopefully everything's all good.
Yep.
Oh, the clock's at 1:02. They need to.
So
Umpire's just taken a cruise to the boundary. We're not sure what's going on, but we will keep you updated as we find out. Both teams have been very evenly matched with their skills and their pressure with both their tackling and clearances. So it's been great. A great first half. Have you seen it? Ah, yes, the whistle. Always need that whistle.
We're all set, I think, finally. And now we are back underway from Walker Park. Ball comes to ground. Able to get the ball out.
Good clearance by Northern.
Good clearance, and gets it inside the forward 45. Maybe a chance on goal now. Couldn't quite grab the mark was Drake as the ball nears the boundary and goes out of play.
Great pressure by both to start off with. I'm really impressed with both teams' rucks, very evenly in height and in their clearances so far this game.
Ball wrapped up again, and a free kick called from the umpire, possibly for an incorrect disposal. This kick comes out and off the hands of Spencer, who couldn't quite mark, and wrapped up in the end in a good tackle from Burgess. Running through with the kick was Islewood. Close towards the boundary. Eastern get possession back. Looking towards the middle of the ground, mark taken. Doesn't waste any time, wants to go quickly. Ball rolling in the centre square. And Northern able to send it back to centre half forward.
If you're just joining us, Northern for quarter 3 are kicking towards the Whitehorse Road end, and the EFNL are kicking towards the old scoreboard end.
So ball being jostled for inside the forward 45 next to that magnificent looking new scoreboard here. And the umpire will put us back into play with the ball up here. And wrapped up again, so a chain of stoppages once again here.
If you're just joining us, this is not the only game that we are live broadcasting through EFNL Media Team. We also have a second game going on at the moment out at Pinks Reserve in Kilsyth with, I think it's the under-15 boys. Jump on YouTube and you can watch the game from the comfort of your home or come out and see it in person.
Not only that, but a good game before this one as well for the Div 2 girls who got a comfortable win.
For the EFNL?
Yeah, for the EFNL, that's right. As ball rolling towards the boundary here and whistle cold. So
EFNL to clear it out of the Northern forward attacking line.
Now on the wing, getting a handball over the top in the direction of Spencer. It's now inside the forward 45 for Eastern. Ball rolling towards the goals. Stays too far to the right and goes through for a behind. 1-6-12 now. Eastern plays Northern 1-2-8.
The kick has been a killer in this game for both sides.
Cleared by Davies out of the back half. Chance possibly though for Eastern to come back forward. Breaking through the pack, gets through a few.
That's Spencer, 18.
Will be called holding the ball by the umpire as she's dispossessed of the footy. And that will be Davies. And couldn't quite grab a hold of that one on the wing as it rolls out of play here on the broadcast side.
It's great to see both teams using all of the field rather than just sticking to one particular wing or just down the centre corridor. It's great use of the full playing field.
This kick comes up. It's not marked as a pack formed. Ball comes down to ground now. In the end, Eastern able to get a good kick coming forward. Can they get it inside their forward 45? They do. Rolling ball towards the goal square. Northern need to clear it. Maroney has a shot on goal. Stays to the right and goes through for a behind.
Good pressure by Northern on EFNL, but I'm liking how the girls are sticking to their one-on-ones. So we've got a lot of one-on-one contests. It's really good.
Just fetching the ball back there. Bring it back in will be Zoe Davies. It's a big boot long outside the defensive 45.
Unfortunately out on the full. And last touch rule.
Intercepted. That kick and a good mark from Gurgis. Through the middle of the ground. Rolling into the forward 45 for Northern and a big tackle laid. So we'll have a ball up inside the forward 45 after that tackle. Big kick towards the square.
Nice.
Did well in defence there. And a good tackle in the Adelaide by Georgia Potter. Or in fact, Fairbairn.
EFNL have been very effective in their defence in Northern's attacking forward square.
Close to the boundary line. Can they keep it in?
May have to get on the binoculars like you are, Oscar, because that's getting a bit far away.
Will be a boundary throw-in inside the forward pocket. Big tackle. Have a ball up once again inside the forward 45. Looking to score Northern. Kick comes to the top of the square. Great defending once again.
Great intercept too.
100%. Good kick out. Through the centre of the ground. Intercepted the kick. Great mark there from Maher.
Number 28 for Northern Marsh. She's been really good at intercepting marks.
Here's a chance. Goes across the face. Running away with it was Potter.
She was lucky. Potter was very lucky to get that out to keep it going.
Maybe a chance now. Able to clear it once again. Eastern, they've been good in defence so far to stop Northern, especially in this third term. Kick comes to the top of the square once again. Here's a chance. Finishes off. A much-needed goal for Eastern. 11 minutes to play in the third term.
That goal was by Northern's number 8, Bronte Carl. Forgive me if I've mispronounced her surname, but great result from a lot of pressure in their forward pocket. And I'd say, Oscar, would you agree that the ball has been majority down Northern's end for this quarter?
Yeah, so far in this quarter it has, yeah.
Northern's responding with it being, Eastern's responding with it now being down in their forward 45.
And ball wrapped up inside Eastern's forward 45. So we'll get another ball up from the umpire. Jostling for position. And now a chance. We've got a whistle.
Umpire's called a ball up, too short a pass. It was more a throw.
So it will be a free kick in the direction of Northern. It'll be taken by Gurgis, who goes long into the square. Good mark taken here in the middle of the ground
by Johnson.
And she'll be given a 25-metre penalty. Will Matilda Johnson. So she'll now bang it inside the forward 45. And once again in defence there, so good from Eastern. And just outside, forward 45 will have another ball up there as Fairbairn was taken down.
Scores currently read EFNL 17-13 to Northern 22-14.
So trying to clear it here, Eastern. Northern send it back inside the forward 45. Rolling ball. Wrapped up once again. We'll have a ball up. 8 minutes and 15 seconds left to play in the third quarter here at Walker Park. Got around one. Got the handball off, couldn't quite get a shot on goal. And now Eastern able to clear it again. Breaking through was Earsman. But a good tackle laid on her, holding the ball. So free kick now for Northern, who can go inside 45. Hits up a good target there.
Northern have been very dominant this quarter, particularly with their ground.
Robinson sets it to the top.
Nice intercept by Easton.
So goes wide and tries to find Gray. Ball goes out of play though. So it'll be sent back in
Gurgis
by
again.
Gurgis. Close to the top of the goals, goes through for a minor score here, and it will be Isabel Gillespie to bring it back in for Easton here with 6 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the third term. 1-7-13 plays 2-3-15 here as Northern look to send it back inside, and a mark taken not far out from goals. A good opportunity here for Amelia Drake.
Not too much for the wind to interfere.
In she comes, slight angle to contend with. Looks to stay to the right and goes through for another minor score here. 2-4-16 Northern to 1-7-13 Easton.
Northern have really come out this quarter determined to dominate and ensure that the ball stays in their forward 50, and they've really done that effectively so far this quarter.
Got another whistle here, so I think the ball will come back in the way of Easton. Handed off to a runner on the outside. Goes to the far wing. Good tackle. And it will be another ball up from the umpire here.
Be really interesting to get their stats on tackles for both teams, because I feel that they'd be pretty consistent across the board in their tackles and clearances so far.
Wrapped up here again. Yeah, that's exactly right, actually. And they've been really close on the scoreboard, but in terms of tackles and possessions as well, as you mentioned there, Kate, as the ball comes inside the forward 45 arc for Northern here, and we will have a ball up.
The pressure and intensity that we're seeing from both sides to each other is actually reflected in the score, with there only being a 3-point lead to Northern, which is quite impressive.
Ball coming back out now. Easton trying to move it towards their forward line. Intercepted and picked off by Denny. She moves it forward inside their forward line. But it's Easton once again in defence with the numbers, and they're able to clear it. Running through is Gurgis.
She's been everywhere today.
She has. And a good mark once again. Alexis Blackman.
She's been great down in defence for Easton, Blackman.
The whole back line today has been working really hard for Easton as the ball's sent back inside the forward 45 near the goals. Able to get the ball out though, so can Northern possibly create something out of this? Ball going nowhere. We'll have a ball up once again inside the forward 45. 3 minutes left on the clock here in the third term.
Scores currently read EFNL 1-7-13 to Northern 2-4-16.
A chance in the park, has a shot at goal. And it is confirmed, it is a goal.
That goal was by number 24 for Northern, Grace Robinson.
Fantastic goal there. And that puts them in the lead by a decent margin now. 1-7-13, plays 3-4-22.
Northern's got, Eastern's got a little bit of work ahead of them to, you know, get back 2 goals.
Gets a good soccer off the ground inside the forward 45. Here's a chance, runs through.
I think this is only, what, the second time it's been in AFNL's forward 45 for this quarter.
Yeah, not many inside forwards for this term for Eastern. Their defending has been pretty well, though, although they haven't had many inside 40s.
We now have 1 minute 20 left in this third quarter, with Northern leading 3-4-22 to EFNL 1-7-13, and the ball is currently in EFNL's forward 45.
Clearing it now. Just on the wing in front of us here, jostling for possession. In the end, it's Earsman who comes through and gets a crucial kick inside. Forward 45, gets the kick away. Touched. It's just a minor score. That would have been something special there.
Yeah. But disappointing for Armstrong, but still great effort. Number 7 for EFNL. If EFNL can keep it in their forward 45, they have a chance in the next 20 seconds to perhaps convert that to a major.
Can Northern keep it out? Could be a chance. Gets the kick to the top. 10 seconds left. Can they hold out? Northern, they do. They get a huge kick out through Maher. And the siren will go for three-quarter time. It is Eastern 1-8-14, trailing Northern 3-4-22 here at Walker Park. We'll go to a short break and be back. Welcome back to Walker Park for the last game today. We had the Division 2 girls prior to this. Eastern won pretty comfortably, and now we have Division 1, and it's currently Eastern trailing 1-8-14 to Northern 3-4-22. We've got 1 quarter of footy left to play.
Northern is getting into places while currently Eastern is still in their huddle receiving final instructions. Just in that last quarter, a few players stood out. Number 54 for Northern, Gurges Dina. She was actually best on ground in the Wednesday, May 28th game against Essendon. Football netball league. So again, she's again having a good game today. Eastern have quite a few players that have stood out for us. We've had Blackman has been really great. Another one really good, Armstrong. Eastern's backline last quarter was under a hell of a lot of pressure from Northern, and they really stood up well.
They did really well.
Just to keep Northern to 2 goals that quarter, was it?
Yeah, I think so.
Game's now underway, and I'll lead over to Oscar to call.
So we're back away, as Kate said, and a mark here outside the forward 45 as Northern go forward. Clearing it there. That was Dembraba.
Yeah.
Going through the middle of the ground now.
Actually saw her last week. She had stepped up and had a game in the senior women's in the game Norwood.
Here's a chance for a goal.
Yes.
Puts it through. Walked straight into the square and booted it through. So Eastern get one back.
That was a great response to that really Eastern needed after that third quarter where they were kept to just behind. Great response in that first few minutes. We've played not quite 45 seconds of footy,
yeah.
and Eastern are already
up and about.
Yeah, the score reads Eastern 2-8-20 to Northern 3-4-22.
And we're back underway in the middle of the ground.
That was a great response from.
They head forward now, Northern, and wrapped up in a good tackle there.
Which one?
From Spencer.
That goal that Eastern just got done was by number 37, Dalton Zaria.
In the meantime, ball wrapped up, so we'll have another ball up inside the forward 45 for Northern. Ball comes back down, couldn't quite get the boot to it. Ball in congestion and will be balled up once again by the umpire.
Again, Eastern's backline doing great in defence against Northern's pressure.
And they're applying some more pressure here. Another goal for Northern, 4-4. (4-4-28) to Eastern 2-8-20 here on the scoreboard now.
Quick response to Eastern's goal. Well, I have that goal scorer for you in just a moment.
It's very back and forth here as we get back underway. It's a close tussle in this last term.
Good clearance by Eastern.
Here's a chance. Looks good. It's there. Cameron Raby. back and forth here at Walker Park.
The previous goal scorer for Northern was number 26, Sky Morgan. So basically both teams are goal for goal at the moment. Sadly, Eastern's still trailing 3-8-26 to Northern 4-4-28. A 2-point game.
And it's a close game at that.
Yeah, and it's heating up on the field.
Good tackle there. Able to get the hands away though was Robinson. Northern sending it forward now. Breaking away from the tackle. But in the end wrapped up, and we'll have another ball up. Back underway. Can they jag back another goal, Northern here?
Eastern's defence under a lot of pressure at this point.
They are testing them. They are testing them big time here in the final quarter. Ball wrapped up again. Another ball up inside the forward 45. 15.5 minutes to play in the fourth term. Maybe a chance now. Tries to snap around the body. Smothered. Ball comes back to ground. Wrapped up there was Den Barber. So another stoppage inside the forward 50 for Northern.
It's definitely been a game of defence lines from both sides.
Wrapped up again. Have another ball up from the umpire here.
Do you know how many ball ups we've had so far?
Oh, can't count.
Yeah. Here we go.
Numerous.
Oh, no, just around.
Stays too far to the right, so another minor score here.
Scores now read Northern 4-5-29 to EFNL 3-8-26. Still less than a goal in this game, and we have just over 14 minutes 20 left of this final quarter.
Bring it back into play. There was Mia Spencer, but now the ball's almost at the other end of the ground. It's now inside Eastern's forward 45. Could they respond with a goal? Gets around one, gets the kick away to the top of the square. Could be a chance. Rolling ball will be to the line, so we'll have a throw in inside the forward 45 for Eastern.
Even though we've had all these stoppages, it's still been a quite fluid game.
Chance here, possibly. Able to get the hands off despite the tackle pressure. Big kick through the middle of the ground.
Great
turned over.
Great intercept by Eastern's number 20, Lee.
And a good mark there, directly in front of goals.
Number 23, Cameron Raby.
So, Cameron Raby lines up directly in front. Looks good off the boot. It is good off the boot. Another goal for Eastern here in this final term. And now a big stream of goals starting to come through that we haven't seen so far in this game, but now it's starting to open up, Kate.
Absolutely. Scores now read Eastern 4-8-32 to Northern 4-5-29. It's still close. It's still a 3-point game. I used to think, you know, everyone would tell me, you know, the third quarter is the premiership quarter, but I think for this game it's definitely this fourth quarter because there's not much in it at all.
Yeah, it's a very close match. And chance now, maybe. Could it go back and forth again? Could Northern now pick up a goal as it's locked inside their forward line, and we'll have another stoppage here.
Both backlines are to be commended because both have been under a great deal of pressure.
Getting the ball out towards the broadcast side. Picked up now. Big kick inside. The forward 45 off hands. Gets a handball out. Has a chance. Shot on goal. Too far to the left.
We have 11 minutes 25 left in this final quarter. With scores 4-8-32 Eastern to Northern 4-6-30. A 3-point game.
Big mark there from Lee.
She's been impressive.
She's been awesome in defence today.
Yeah.
All game for Eastern as she sends us up to centre wing. Indecisive was Raby.
Little bit of a handball to nowhere, and that unfortunately for Eastern.
Turns over and ends up now inside Northern's forward 50, 45 rather, at Walker Park.
I think Walker Park's the only ground that we have within the EFNL that actually marks it at 45 rather than 50.
It's hard to get accustomed to.
It is. You keep saying, oh, forward 45. We have a great game going on. 2 points in it, with Eastern leading 4-8-32 to Northern 4-6-30.
Socked along the ground. Going through the pack was Hegarty. Good tackle laid. Ball wrapped up in the end.
I'm appreciating the fact that the umpires are letting it go on to the point where it, you know, it is actually wrapped up.
So, ball rolling.
Oh.
And I think that's Lee again in defence.
Great intercept by Lee for Eastern. Really needed to get them out of pressure a bit.
And ball comes outside the defensive 45, but it's now going to be an attacking position. Denny goes inside forward 50 for Northern.
Yeah, not sure what that was awarded for, but we'll have to see that on the replay.
Nonetheless, ball locked inside the forward line here for Northern. Rolling ball wrapped up in the end, and we will have a ball up here.
Again, great defensive by the Eastern girls.
Great defensive pressure
as
this ball rolls around inside the forward arc and will be locked in again, so we'll have another ball up.
Thanks, Oscar. I just had a brain freeze.
Ball comes back underway. And we have another whistle, and we will have another stoppage.
We have 8 minutes 20 left of this game, and it is a 2-point game with Eastern leading 4-8-32 to Northern 4-6-30.
It's great viewing here as Eastern look to use this on the outer side.
The crowd's actually getting more and more vocal.
Chasing the ball was Earsman. They are getting vocal. Here's a chance for them to go forward. Great kick towards the middle of the ground. Oh, big tackle. And a not too popular call by the umpire here in the crowd.
I think it's they were thinking that it was actually a mark. She may have moved off where she... Still great pressure from both sides.
It's been great pressure.
Their mids at the moment are really having to work hard on both sides to gain possession.
7 minutes and 10 left on the clock in this fourth term. Close 2-point game here at Walker Park.
Northern have cleared it to just outside their attacking 45.
And wrapped up, we will have another ball up here.
Again, Easton's been impressive with their defence pressure.
And called for a trip, I believe, there. So it will be Northern to head inside the 45 and inside their forward line with another entry they go.
That's a thumping kick.
Big pack down there.
Oh.
Bumped off the ball. That could be a free. It is. And this could be a chance for them to take the lead.
Looks to be nearly just right in front of goal.
Good scoring opportunity. Alexis Owen. Not too far off. Slight angle, comes in. Stays too far right, so Easton lead by 1 point here. 4:7:31 to 4:8:32. 5 minutes to play as Easton use this ball outside the defensive 50, or 45 rather again, as it's wrapped up in front of us here. Ball still in play though.
I think so far this is the most vocal we've heard the crowd.
I think so. And rolling ball on a big crash into the pack there. And a free kick.
I'm
Is it? No, it is a ball up.
Yeah.
In fact, so.
I'm appreciating the umpires just letting it play out and not being too stop-starty, if that makes sense. I'm not sure what, I can't remember the footy term for it, just to let it flow.
I've enjoyed the physicality in this last quarter.
And that was a free kick to Easton for a push in the back. And Easton is attempting to clear it to the centre to get it down to their...
Tripping over there.
A lot of that happening. A bit of that happening at the moment.
4 minutes and 20 on the clock. Really close game on hand here. Ball coming towards the forward 45. Maybe a chance. Kicking in inside the 45 was Lee.
Lee clears it out to the centre and it's intercepted by Northern player Hegarty, number 5. And the ball goes to, again, Lee,
off
number
to
20.
Easton for a free kick, so clearing it long now towards the wing. Northern able to pick it back up. We've got a very, very close game on our hands here.
1 point in it.
Kick inside forward 50 or 45 from Gurgis.
We have 3 minutes 25 left in this game. Scores read Easton 4:8:32 to Northern 4:7:31.
Here's a chance, Johnson. Comes slightly off the side of the boot, but it might work perfectly. Mark's taken by Coppola. Directly in front. She'll kick from about 35 out. Oh, and a good defensive effort there. A really good smother, but it comes back over. And it's a chance on goal, and it's taken.
And that was... Forgiveness.
Dina Gurgis, so...
she's been on fire this game for Northern.
Let's go, Mill!
Scores now read with 2 minutes 30 left in the game. Easton 4:8:32 to Northern 5:7:37. Easton still has a chance. They've got a great defensive back line, and this is turning out to be a really great game.
There's still time on the clock left for Easton to get another one back. Still 2 minutes to play in the last term. will have a ball up here, but it's close to Northern's forward line. Can Easton keep it out? Getting around there was Moroney. Also been very good in the midfield today.
The bounce of the ball has been a bit killer.
Free kick going the way of Northern. Here's a chance possibly for them to ice the game if they can send this forward. Looks ahead. Can they get a mark? They do. Here's a big opportunity. Inside forward 45 with a big kick. Pack forms. Ball in congestion. Can Easton clear it? Here's a chance. Along the ground to the top of the goal square. Rolling ball. Out of bounds. In the end, we'll have a throw in. A minute left on the clock at the moment. And it is Northern who lead 5-7-37 to Easton 4-8-32. This would be probably the last chance for Easton if they can get this moving. They go through the centre of the ground. Can they get it going? They do. Or do they? Holding the ball, big call from the umpire. 40 seconds left. Big tackle.
And as you can hear, cheering on Easton to try and get it back.
28 seconds left. And a free kick.
And still
going the way of Easton, so maybe one last opportunity, but they have to move the ball quickly. 19 seconds left on the clock. They go to centre wing. Here's a chance. They've got to move it quick. 13 seconds left. Crash in the pack and a great mark taken there, and that has just iced the game. A brilliant mark in defence. The siren will sound here at Walker Park. It's Northern 5-7-37 defeating Easton 4-8-32. A very good close game, Kate.
What a brilliant game. Really got the crowd involved in that last quarter. Really, really impressive. Well done to both teams. An absolutely fabulous display of female footy. I feel that both leagues have great positives to come from this game and from the previous game. Looking at our young women coming up on both sides, it just means massive pluses for both leagues and actually for all the leagues across this interleague metro competition.
100%. It's been awesome footy today and absolutely fantastic.
And kudos to the umpires. The umpires have been fantastic today and in the previous games that we've had Wednesday, the 28th of May. The umpires have really done a fantastic job, and congratulations to both teams. Congratulations to Northern. Easton, so many positives to take forward. I mean, it's a 5-point game. Less than a goal, so Easton can hold their head up high. Yes, it's sounding a little biased, but we are EFNL media. But well done to both teams. It was such a great display of young women's football.
It was
absolutely
awesome. It was absolutely awesome, and it was a close game the whole way through, and it was great to watch from up here at least, and the game before as well.
Yep.
Easton got up quite comfortably.
And if you're still in the mood for more footy, we do have, starting at 1:15, we do have the Easton's, the Eastern Football Netball League's Premier Division game of Balwyn versus Noble Park at Balwyn. So if you'd like to jump on YouTube or track on down to Balwyn to watch the game, we still have more footy for you. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we wish all Interleague Metro teams all the best for their games on Monday. And that's sign off from us. Pleasure calling with you, Oscar.
Yeah, you too, and Ryan as well,
and
who's
Ryan
had to shoot off to the next game.
Okay.
Thank you.
Take care. Have a good day.